Fellow viewers, welcome to another day of truth-seeking and intellectual soul-searching. As Cameroon continues to experience some of the uglier days in its history, it is our duty to continue to inform and trigger constructive debates. Today, we will tackle the issue of kidnappings, which has become rampant and is causing havoc in southern Cameroon. I am Theodore Ngumba, and these are my thoughts on the Anglophone crisis. The root cause of the Anglophone problem is well established and undebatable. Unfortunately, the powers that be have so far failed to quell the flames that have engulfed in Cameroon for 2 years. The number of refugees, internally displaced, dead, imprisoned, and maimed is alarming. It is equally as bothersome that a good number of our people have been relegated to hunter-gatherer status, living in subhuman conditions in the bush. Any human being who cannot feel the pain of our people and sympathize with them must have a heart of stone. As we speculated a while back, armed groups have and continue to pop up as the self-defense argument has gained steam. Sadly, though, some of the people empowered by guns have turned against their own brothers, which brings me to the core of the matter. What many had deemed injurious after its first occurrence has today become a plague on our people. Anybody who has kept up with the facts from day one must be familiar with the case of Professor Ivo Leketambo, who was kidnapped along with a convoy of university students. They were headed to Lebialem to celebrate Tasson Paul's appointment as minister delegate in the Ministry of Economy, Planning and Regional Development. The argument was made by their kidnappers that they supported a rogue regime and therefore held views contrary to the people's will. The video of him being embarrassed in underwear quickly went viral. An amount of 20 million CFA francs was later paid as ransom to secure his release. Apparently, the rush and excitement of getting what is a fortune by Cameroonian standards was the beginning of the lucrative business of kidnapping. Yes, indeed, kidnapping for ransom is booming as an enterprise. It will be impossible to name all who have been kidnapped due to time constraints. However, it is worthwhile studying some trends and consequences. How thus kidnapping and embarrassing educators solve any problem? Whose house did Reverend Father William Niba, Apostle Mboyang Are, Mrs. Enanga Georgiana Sanga, and Eric Ngumba set on fire? Who did they arrest? Who did they threaten? It is a shame that some see no problem with such malicious acts. Has the struggle now exposed criminality? Only a myopic perspective can deem such behavior as acceptable. Believe it or not, the perpetrators are opening Pandora's box, a can of worms that is guaranteed to bring about implosion and strife among our people. Today, anybody can tag somebody out of hate and jealousy as a traitor, exposing them and their loved ones to kidnappings and arson. To you all who are in agreement with such idiocy, my question to you is, would you still support such behavior if you or a relative were a victim? Probably not. Are we now saying that moving forward, it should be the norm to kidnap our own for dubious reasons? Buyer beware. All these people have family, friends, and well wishers. They may be silent now, but they will not fold their arms forever. It is extremely short-sighted to claim that you cannot win a war against your people, but then proceed to start one with your own brothers. As has been the norm over the last couple of years, we will be accused of being traitors to the struggle by those who do not want the truth to come out. The bottom line is right and wrong is wrong. Some have decided to use the struggle as a brainwashing operation, deliberately lying to our people and implementing counterproductive strategies. In due time, you will come to terms with blowback and the law of unintended consequences. Hopefully, sooner than later. That being said, we are using this platform here and now to speak on behalf of the silent majority that is yet to display their soft power. To all the self-proclaimed warlords and absentee generals like Ebenezer Akwanga, Ayabacho Lucas, Yimfu Sangong, and Jude Mbizenyu, stop harassing, kidnapping, and destroying people's property in the name of the struggle. We will not disclose the plans that are in the works and are in full gear. But if your misbegotten plans do not change, the response will be bold and emphatic. We may have plenty of surprises for you. Enough of the mistreatment of our families and friends just because you have access to weapons. Remember this day, we will leave no stone unturned to guarantee the safety of our loved ones who have been bullied just because they are unarmed. And yes, once again, we will be quickly labeled as traitors by those who either refuse to confront the truth or simply don't want the truth to come out. The real traitors in this struggle are the ones who continue to lie to the people, the scammers who are enriching themselves behind the struggle. Your actions are well known and documented. Fortunately, your insults and accusations have strengthened our resolve. We have developed rhino thick skin, and we will continue to reinforce our capabilities to confront the devil some of our own have become. Leave teachers alone. The same teachers who were at the forefront of this struggle have now become victims. Teachers may be weak now, but they have inspired and encouraged millions to be successful today. It is this group of grateful students who will respond on behalf of teachers. We will make one last clarion call for good judgment. However, we will not beg forever. The tables might just turn, and badly for some. To all those who are encouraging violence against Francophones in southern Cameroon, do not be fooled into welcoming a war of attrition that you are guaranteed to lose. If you want to let yourself to be fooled by ill-intentioned diasporans who live in the comfort of their air-conditioned apartments, condos, and villas, may God be your helper. How does Anglophones kidnapping Anglophones bring freedom, peace, and justice? The truth is that what started as an Anglophone struggle has become an Anglophone quagmire. What has this achieved for the Anglophones community? It has only created more strife among Anglophones. We will reiterate the kidnapping of the Fako chiefs and the subsequent death of Chief Banda Njie. We take no kidnappings lightly, but this particular incident is a game changer. This just might be the nemesis of all who have subscribed to and carry out such venomous acts. While some try to justify such idiocy, the fact is that ransom money has been flowing and is filling somebody's pockets or coffers. This situation is almost an exact replica of the slavery days when indigenous people were sold by their own for profit. Criminals have now been given carte blanche to hide behind the struggle and do their evil deeds. All this must stop now. To the IG, especially the AGC and all other groups, we know who controls what on the ground. Warn your boys before it is too late. Eventually, this nonsense will devolve into eye for eye, tooth for tooth. For people to sit abroad and condone kidnappings is a classic case of delusion. Get the right people and ask for prisoner exchange. Remember that you also have family members whom you are exposing to abduction. This might be throwing water on a duck's back, since some of you are in the struggle for money, power, and fame. Some of you fake leaders will probably kidnap your own family members just so you can add more zeros to your bank account. To the likes of Chris Anu, who are flippant and naive enough to put bounties on people's heads, have you ever imagined how much could be put on your own head and any one of your family members? Remember, Texas is a wild, wild west state. You were quick to call out Ayabacho Lucas for kidnapping and executing Dionamata Dite, but could not hold your own blood brother, Oliver, in check, even cognizant of the terror he unleashed on the people of Lebialem, his own people. The witch's brew that you drink is no match for gasoline. Mark Barra, you felt the pinch when your mother was picked up by police in Buea, but you have total disregard for other people's loved ones as you continue to champion kidnappings. Sako Samuel Ikome, a pastor who co-signs the evil of his surrogates. The Bible and dictionary you and the IG are using must have been written by zombies, vampires, and wizards. Irresponsible leadership has led us to this unfortunate circumstance. Some have unleashed their dogs who are making our people's lives a nightmare. They are quick to make bold claims about how soldiers are destroying everything in their path, but somehow overlook the excesses of their surrogates. The masses have been bullied for too long. For you all who continue to encourage abductions, your definition of the struggle is badly skewed and your version will quickly turn sour. When the people will rise against you, you will find safety nowhere. Southern Cameroonians are peace-loving people and will continue to be. But as the death toll continues to rise, the masses are becoming more desperate and radicalized. Desperation and radicalization without proper planning and good logic will take us nowhere. To our fellow Anglophone brothers, please desist from insulting your own just because you disagree. It is only leading our self-destruction. Denying others the right to their opinion is dictatorship. No to hate speech. No to a republic of arson, kidnappings, and score settling. Yes to peace and good logic. We hope the parties that be will have this message etched in their brains. There will be hell to pay for all who continue to terrorize our people at home and abroad. To all the activists who continue to spread lies to their followers, remember that nothing trumps the people's will. Stop the fabrications. We will seize this opportunity to reach out to all victims and family members who have been affected by threats and kidnappings. We need to hear your story and gather the material facts. Reach us at +1 346 400 8337. We will confront such evil with our last breath. God bless Southern Cameroon and its beautiful people. Thank you for your kind attention and see you next time.